Hey, ladies, and welcome back to another week of Practices of a Safe Woman. Now, so far in our journey, we've started implementing mindsets and behaviors that allow us to better our reactive defense. Now, this week, I want to give you another behavior that we can begin implementing that'll allow us to keep a better sense of what's going on around us. And that is the concept of knowing your normal. Now, this is a key factor in our safety journey because it allows us to know and identify when things are abnormal to us. Now, knowing your normal, what does that mean? Every single day, we tend to follow the same predictable routine. Now, it does not necessarily predictable in a bad sense, but it's just behaviors we tend to gravitate towards around the same time every day. Now, routines are a wonderful way to structure your life. It means leaving about the same time every morning so you can get to work on time. It means getting home at a certain time of the day because you know how long it takes for you to get home from work that day. So it's really building a routine and understanding it. Now, knowing my normal means, hey, here is my routine that I've developed. And what I've done is I've also learned that other human beings around me who have developed their own routines and watching how my routine interacts with their routine and how throughout the day I interact with others around me. So, for instance, a very simple example would be me leaving between 7 and 7:15 every morning to go to work. Now, during that time, around 7:15, my neighbor is also leaving for work. So, my morning routine and her morning routine ever so slightly go like this and they move on. So that would be knowing my normal, knowing that, hey, every single day around the same time, I'm going to encounter this individual. Now, that's another example of knowing your normal would just be knowing what type of traffic comes in and out of your life. We are so good at this. Think of a big city. You know, at certain times of the day, it's going to be hard to travel because everybody else will be trying to travel. It's just a normal in our life. So this is something we're naturally doing as people, is learning what behaviors and what traffics come in and out of our life. Now, how does this play into our safety journey? Well, in our safety journey, what knowing our normal allows us to do is it allows us to feel peace and to feel certain about reacting to something that's not in our normal everyday routine. So, for instance, if I were to leave every single morning around the same time every day and say I didn't interact with anybody, every single morning my routine would look like this, just me doing my thing. But say one day I'm leaving for work, 7:15, and all of a sudden someone else's routine interlapped with mine. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe I got a new neighbor who has a routine that matches mine. And over time, that will become my new normal. And maybe it's even just, hey, this individual is dropping off a package. Maybe they work for a delivery service. It's something simple. But where it really helps our safety journey is it gives us that initial trigger of, hey, pay attention to this. This isn't normal. And it allows your intuition to speak to you and to show you, hey, we need to give some more attention to this because this is outside of our normal. Now, this is great for if you live in an environment where maybe when your neighbors come and go, who's running, who's walking their dog, and you see an individual who's not in your normal, who you don't know, casing cars in your neighborhood, or maybe peering through windows. That is when your intuition says, hey, pay attention to this individual. This is wrong. This is not normal. Now, that intuition and that trigger will allow me the time to react to what's going on with me. If, say, I had never encountered that normal, if I never took the time to know who lives on my street, what cars do I see go by every single day, and all of a sudden our neighbors are getting robbed, maybe it's that individual that I saw that was outside of my normal that I didn't report. Maybe it's that situation where I'm taken off guard when in reality, I could have learned that that wasn't my normal and responded to it. So, knowing our normal really allows our intuition to speak clearly and to speak freely, but it also gives us the confidence to know, hey, I can listen to this intuition. I can know that I'm not being ridiculous by identifying something that's not my normal. So, ladies, please begin to implement this. Now, we don't need to do it in a stalkerish way. We don't need to have a notebook with, oh, my neighbor left at 7:15 today, or oh, this person walks this type of dog on this type. No, not at all. It's just simply identifying, hey, every single day I see my neighbor walking their dog. Or hey, every single day on my way to work, I encounter the same homeless person on the side of the street. Maybe it's, hey, every single day I know that if I hear a crazy noise outside of my apartment, that I don't need to react to it because it's my normal. So, ladies, I really am so excited about this because I think it really does help us learn to grow confident in listening to our intuition. So, begin to practice this, begin to learn the behaviors around you, and I look forward to our next week, and I look forward to helping you better your reactive defense.